on our watch, they were massacred.
I know, you can't imagine it, can you?
Yeah.
It's senseless.
When we were working with the rhinos, we were out in sort of safari, and the elephants walked past us. A big troop of elephants walked past us, and I was so enamoured by the fact that everyone has a different face. Each one looked like it had a very different personality.
And they know up to 1,000 individuals, and they mourn, and they cry, and they grieve, and they play practical jokes. You know, we look for intelligent life elsewhere in the universe.
I know,
right
and they're right here.
In front of us, but...
So, I mean, what you're doing, because in order to raise awareness and to help in some way, you've written a song.
Well, I've done a little bit of that. It's not about me, it's about the elephants. It's about the David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, which is the elephant orphanage in Nairobi. An incredible place. I've written this music, Sacred Eyes. Please look at the film on YouTube.
Oh my God, that's
Or
incredible.
download it.
We'll retweet it.
Oh, that's great. If you guys can
Yeah.
retweet it, because you've got
Yeah.
zillions of followers. And they're the most incredible organisation. In fact, I just heard today that another elephant has had, a former orphan has had a wild-born baby. I just heard this morning, has brought the baby back to the orphanage to show everybody at the orphanage her baby.
Because of course elephants never forget.
No.
So
Let's have a listen.
Fire and the veil, the vial and the veil.
It is absolutely beautiful. The pictures are stunning.
Oh, it's just so stunning. And you see the self-awareness of these animals, and you kind of, you know, you cry for humanity as to how greedy and how vain
You said there just a moment ago, it's just extraordinary that an elephant, because of the safety of that sanctuary, came back and had his baby there. They've had other elephants that have brought their young to show them to the workers.
And when a little baby comes in who has seen her mother perhaps desecrated in front of her, or him, is brought in traumatized, the other orphans come up to the stockade and put their trunks through and stroke the new baby to say, look, you're okay now, you're safe now.
Oh, wow. And you're going to go visit there next year?
Next year, see some of those Sacred Eyes. That's a little plug there. Have a look on YouTube, Sacred Eyes. But you know what? People talk about art and beauty, and I'm sure you saw this with the rhinos when you had that encounter with the elephants. Which is more beautiful? Rhinos in the wild, a family of elephants by a watering hole, or a Caravaggio, or a Michelangelo. They're okay, but they don't beat elephants.
Oh, it was completely breathtaking. And of course, at the bottom of all of this is the ivory trade. And until international efforts, governments stamp that out, then they'll still want the toothpicks.
And the Born Free Foundation have done some. They've done some stuff at antique fairs over the last few days. Antique traders openly talking about how to get round the government's current ban, which is on ivory over 75 years old. And I mean, there's a minority of antique dealers, but they're doing it. This government now, bizarrely, 31 African countries are asking our government to ban ivory. China is closing its ivory factories in a year's time. Hong Kong's a problem, but China did. We are now, we went from being leaders, we are behind the curve. It's extraordinary. I mean, you wouldn't make
Doesn't
it
make
up.
sense.
Sacred Eyes is what we've been talking about. Keep an eye on our Twitter feeds, because we'll retweet the link to the video. Nicky, thank you very much.
Thank you very
Brilliant.
much.
Thanks for you two for doing well. I
We'll
really
be back
appreciate
after
it.
the